I'm now going to show you how to make your first batch of colloidal silver. So you'll need your machine, you'll need your leads for the front of the machine to connect up with the rods, then you'll need your rod support, and then you'll need your 2 silver rods. You'll also then need 200 milliliters of distilled water, and you'll want to add to that your 1/4 of a teaspoon of the saline solution which you created earlier. There's another tutorial on how to do that. So I've already added my saline solution, so I'm just going to pour this straight into the glass. You'll next want to take the rod support and then plug in each of the rods. So the red one will go into the red side, and then the black one into the black side, and just double check that these are parallel top to bottom. You can bring out the bottom in case they're not, just to make sure these are as parallel as possible. That means you just have good even conductivity and you don't have one bit wearing away much worse than the rest. Next you want to take your glass and you want to sit your rod supports on the top. Now my glass isn't tall enough, so I'm gonna get a second glass here. Again, always use glass, don't use plastic for any creating of colloidal silver. That's because there are more contaminants can get lodged in plastic. You don't want to have contaminants in your colloidal silver. So you can see this sits down nicely on top of the glass. If you don't have a glass tall enough, you can cut off the bottom of the silver rods. That's not recommended because you don't want to get rid of the silver which you could otherwise use, but if you don't have a glass tall enough, that's your next best option. Next you want to take the leads. So you'll see here, this has 2 crocodile clips on it, one for the black lead, one for the red one. Plug them in, get the leads out of the way, and then you'll see on the front of the machine you can pop off the cover off the power outlet, and then you'll be able to plug in the rods into the front there. Just make sure that's pushed in firmly, and then sit your machine down again, and then when you're ready with your timer you can just press the on and then time to make sure that you're making a correct strength. You'll see tables for how long to leave your generator on in the manual that you will have received, and that's dependent upon how much water you're using. So this currently has about 200 milliliters in it. If I wanted to make 400 milliliters of a particular strength, then I would double up the time that it takes to make 200 milliliters of that same strength. The Type 1 generator is designed to be able to fit on much larger glasses, so you'll be able to make larger amounts of colloidal silver at a time. And when it's finished, you can turn off the colloidal silver generator there. You do need to make sure the water level is never higher than this point here, never higher than the bottom of the plugs here. That's because there is gold plated metal just up here and you don't want to create colloidal gold, and it's only plated, so you want to make sure that your water level is always below this point here, so between here and here.